In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create an operation that will bring to thickness a part that's already been skimmed on one side with the face mill. So you can see with this current setup that I've got, here's our 3-inch face mill, and it's taking care of this first side, and then it's going to do a lot of other machining, but eventually we have to flip that upside down and then mill this off in several steps. Okay, so just a little review of what this first one did. I'll go to my simulation tool and just show that cut. In fact, I'll rewind that, and I'm going to slow it down a little bit and do that again. Here we go. Goes there, all the way around that end, and comes back. And I've got this set so it goes all the way off the part. Okay, done. Exit my simulation. So now I want to flip this over and do a new setup and take care of the other side. So I'm just going to click on my setup icon on the top. You see we got setup 2 happening. And like before, we've talked about our X may look good, but our Z doesn't look so hot. And our Y definitely doesn't either. So we're going to have to change that around a little bit. We're going to change our orientation of our work coordinate system by selecting Z-axis plane and X-axis. So we're going to define those two things, and it's going to reorient our work coordinate system. So select that, and I'm going to click on this top surface here of the part. And that's it. All I have to do to reorient it. Now it's reoriented properly. I need to choose a corner that I'm going to pick for my origin over here. Set it stock box point. That's good. I want to click on box point so I can select which corner I want. And this time I'll go with the upper left. As long as I know what I choose, we're in good shape. Okay. Stock automatically goes to from previous, which we want to keep that, all right, from the preceding setup. So it remembers from setup 1 what we removed on the opposite side, and that's actually a good thing. Post process, give some number. Comment is going to be I'm going to put the part name S08-P03. Mill thickness G54, upper left of stock. All right. If I'm going through this too quickly, you can go back to a previous video where I went through all of this during a setup video. Okay, so what I really want to get to now is the face milling to thickness. We want to do this in several steps. We can't do it in one giant cut. It's too much for the cutter, so we've got to break it into several depths. That's what's important. So we're going to go and use our facing operation again. All right, so we've got a menu over here, a dialog that's going to walk us through what we need to do. The tool is already selected, but if it wasn't, you could go ahead and select that face mill. Geometry selected automatically. It's kind of a smart operation where it knows if you're facing what needs to be done. The heights are important to set. We want to make sure that we're retracting, we're coming above the stock, not above just the part, right? Because we got a lot of stock here. We want to keep it safe. We want to be going above the stock top. And the bottom height, which is the last part of where we're milling, is going to be the top of our model, which would be this surface here. So that works out well too. So you can see that bottom. All right, next tab is our passes. This is where we got to do multiple depths. So down here, multiple depths. You can see without that, it's just going to do one big depth cut. But we can split it up if we click on multiple depths, and now this opens up some more information. Maximum step down, we'll set this at 50 thousandths of an inch, because for the cutter I have, that's about good, and for the machine that I'm using. That's all we have to put in there. Up at the top, I just want to make sure that my step over is correct. So my step over is going to be a little bit less than the width of my cutter. I got 2.85 set and I got a 3-inch cutter. That should work out fine. Okay. We can specify an amount of a finishing step if we want and change the finish feed rate if we want. I'm going to select a 20 thousandths finish cut. So it's just taking a little skim off the end. It'll be a nice flat cut. Okay. The linking, we don't have to worry about linking. There's nothing to worry about in that one. So we're going to try this out. We're going to click OK. Oh, and make sure there's no start to leave. We're going to click OK. See what happens. All right. Well, initially this looks good. We've got several step downs, and the path is very straightforward. It's just a U-shaped path and keeps repeating itself, going lower and lower and lower. So what we can do now is we can click on Setup To, click Simulate with Machine, and then we can run that simulation as well by clicking this play button. You can see it's taking a little bit of a cut. It's done all the math for us in the background. Now it's taking out 50 thousandths cuts. It's going to take several of those. See the whole thing happening here. And down the bottom, you can see this black line moving. That's showing the progress. That's the progress bar. We're getting close to the end now. And it's doing that skim cut, and we are done. And as far as I'm concerned, that is a good toolpath. I'm going to exit the simulation. I'm going to save my work. Make sure you save that work. You don't want to lose it. It's not automatically saved for you. Anytime you do a new setup, do a new toolpath, please, please, please click on the save button and resave it. Hope this helps.